last gig in Munich, and we were like, now being in Phuket or in some great place, relaxing, stuff like this, our manager called. Hey guys, you know, there's an MTV Unplugged thing going on here. You know about it? Yeah, we know, but you know, it was the offer already in 80 something, 88 or something. You know, we had no time. But they don't want to have you guys now. What? Now? Because you know, I booked my vacation already, and you know, you're destroying my whole plan. So in the end, of course, MTV Unplugged is something very special. The world needs you guys. I want to have 50 countries already saying yes. So in this case, we said yes, even when we already did Unplugged Acoustica, and but we have this special guys called the Swedish Rock Mafia, Mikael not Andersen, not the House Mafia, the Rock Mafia, and Martin Hansen. So, and in this case, we spoke to them, and they said, yes, we have a good plan. We know your back catalog is so great. We can find something where we can make an Unplugged album, MTV, outstanding.
For a couple of reasons. We have a very long and great relationship to the Greek fans. We also do to the French fans. But the timing was we recorded live, open air in September. And if you think about it, which country, you know, has the climate and the weather? It's in Europe, it's only Greece, where the combination of that, the fans know our music by heart, and they have those great ancient amphitheaters. Everything, you know, together was speaking very strongly for Greece. And from, like, you know, a German point of view, it is a small issue for us, but also, you know, the political situation between the countries was kind of tense in the last 2 years, and you know, we never had any problem, and the Greek fans love the Scorpions, and we thought it could be a very nice gesture on top of everything else to, you know, show the world what the Greek people can do. They're very nice people, we were welcomed so well, and you know, it was a fantastic week. We spent there rehearsing and recording, and it was definitely the right move to go there.
Did our part, and we love the French, and we can say, right. But we have to also keep the Greece now there in the bad spot. We have to see, we have to also show that the Greek people are great people. Okay, maybe they are a little bit corrupt. Okay, we found out now by the newspaper. But you know, they have to learn the lessons, and maybe they will change their life.
The arrangements took the first half of this year. We started in February, and in 3 sessions, 8 songs each, we managed to come up with like new and exciting arrangements, which like a lot of surprise factors too, to keep it all interesting. The band and the additional musicians rehearsed for the first time in the middle of August or something. So we had like 2 weeks preparation time, and then in addition we had a fantastic octet with Greek players from Athens, and you know, 2 quartets, you know, and great players. And we rehearsed with them for the very first time in the hotel in Athens, but they came so prepared. There was no problem, and everybody on stage really focused, and it was a great event.
We told the Swedish Rock Mafia, say, okay, you pick what you think you can really make something out of our back catalog. So that's what they did. And then Matthias was going over to Stockholm to control that they're not going too far from where we are. So in this case, they did something out of the whole session because Klaus was always complaining that, Unplugged, I have to work so hard, my voice, and I need a break and stuff like this. Then we said, okay, he mentioned that the instrumental. In this case, Klaus was very jealous because he said, no, Matthias has this song, Rudolf has this song, but I have to do my song too. He came up with Follow Your Heart. In the end, it was like this, that we was building the heart of the MTV Unplugged.
Challenging. Yeah. It is, I can say it's the first time that when I play the instrumental, Klaus and Rudolf are not on stage, I announce Rudolf plays his song, Klaus and I are not on stage, and then Rudolf announces Klaus, who is by himself with his guitar for the very first time. It was something new for the fans, and it was new for us, and it was great. And Delicate Dance is not easy to play. It's a challenge for everybody in the band. It is the most complicated thing we have done so far, more than the crossover project with the Berlin Philharmonics, which is also a challenging thing, and we had our difficulties in the beginning. Now we've done it so many times playing with orchestras, which by the way we've done right after the shows in Athens. We went on tour with orchestras, so to keep our minds fresh.
There was a situation between MTV and us. I mean, we had a few guests in our minds. There was Green Day, Billy, there was also System of a Down singer, and everybody was very excited, but somehow the whole...
Brian Adams.
Brian Adams, right, he said, too late, as I had to do this and that. We had not so much space because we're not so much connected with the younger generation. But then they came up with some names and we said, that sounds good. And then we made the rehearsal, and then somehow Kate, which is unbelievable, it's a fantastic, and also we always looking for the right chemistry. Chemistry is a very important point because you can't have a guest on stage and somehow the chemistry is not working. So, and we have now a Blu-ray video with the aha effect, which is fantastic because there's not so many there. We want to stay with our background and we want to make something happening, and we want, what we did in the past, by having bands like Metallica, Bon Jovi, and Iron Maiden, and also the Leppard as a support band, we want to feature other new artists. Which never Oh no!
I mean, you know what it's like. We've done our Acoustica album, and it's a mixture. We don't have to sit down. We can get up in between. We know what it's like to sit on the bar stool and play acoustic guitar, but with MTV it was like an obligation, so to speak. Audience and bands have to sit down. Not too many moving lights, so not too much movement in general, and but actually you get used to it quickly. Of course we run around, and it's only 5 of us. We share a big stage, and there is not that much room. All of a sudden we were 18 musicians on a much smaller stage. Naturally, it's good maybe that we sit down and don't run into each other all the time. Chances for traffic accidents are much greater. But I mean, you set your mind for something different, and you had to focus on the brand new guitar parts, musical parts, the whole time, because it was a big concentration. We know that we will play a few shows like MTV Unplugged on stage. While we were in Greece, there were already a few promoters there to see what's next with the Scorpions. And I know that we play 4 big indoor shows in Germany at the end of April, beginning of May. And it looks like that our friend, the French promoter, Gérard, and his son, that they are also planning a few shows, one or 2 or 3, I don't know, in France, and we are on to Belgium and Holland as well with that show. We don't want to take that around the world because it's a very complicated setup, and that's the plan so far. You never know. We haven't played a few countries we would love to say bye-bye to our fans as well, and one of them is England. We haven't even played in England, on the UK, on our farewell tour, so we definitely should do that, and also Japan and Korea, places like Malaysia, Singapore.
It's exactly the opposite. Why I went there was, first of all, it's to get people who are asking for an answer, give them a little taste of the answer. Mr. Virgin, Mr. Richard Branson was there too. I met him, he's a fantastic guy. You know, he's one of the person, you know, I always want to meet, and I met him, and you know, you look in his eyes and you know, endless. The space is endless. So in this case, why I went there is I want to motivate people who maybe are not sure that they can do what they can do. When the smoke is going down. Look, I'm coming from Germany, from Hanover. Germany is not the birthplace of rock music, you know. We made it from our point. I made this book, Rock Alive. Rock Alive guy means actually kick your ass and make it happen. So that's what we did as the Scorpions. And an example for that, I have a good friend like Paulo Coelho, who is in the same, we call each other the Soul Brothers, and you know, and by this direction you can really motivate people. And I noticed when I was there in Forum 1, it was a fantastic way. I climb the stage again this night. The right way is have a dream, live your life, enjoy life, be creative, and the money comes by itself. And that's the exactly way how I was living my life.
I think it's a good basis if you love to look into the future, not knowing what comes. It's the same principle you have said, but I just want to express it differently. It's let's see what happens next on a good basis, which you have already built, which makes it easier, of course. But it's all connected. Like one thing leads to another, and it's good to have a certain plan, but it's also very good to leave a lot of space open for new things to come in. So be ready to accept something that might be a surprise, but if it's a good one, it's something you could have never planned.